Simpson. And Japan have gone absolutely without lead. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat.
Greetings, sports fans. Welcome to BCN Sports Watch Along of CPL 2026, Caribbean Premier League 2026. My name is Benton. Doing a watch along for the opening day, match day 1 of the Caribbean Premier League. The Jamaica Kingsmen, new team in the Caribbean Premier League, will take on Antigua Barbuda Falcons in Honorsville Stadium. Game getting ready to bowl off here in a few seconds, maybe a few minutes. You don't know how it go. Hopefully everyone is having a wonderful Friday evening. All right, getting ready to bowl off. Quickly going through the particulars of the game. Antigua and Barbuda Falcons won the toss and elected to bowl. So Jamaica Kingsmen, the new franchise, will have a bat. Let's run through the starting 11 as Jaden Seals is getting ready to bowl things off here for the Falcons. Here is Seals on his way into bowls, and the first delivery is 4 runs. Down the leg side, 4 runs. 4 runs. And the Jamaica Kingsmen are immediately off the board. Let's get to the starting 11 for both of these teams. Let's go through this here quickly. I just had the starting 11 up. Yeah, cricket, lovely cricket. All right, for Antigua Barbuda Falcons, starting with Evan Lewis, Raheem Cornwall, Tim Robinson, Jamar Hamilton, Tajinder Singh, Karima Kaur, Fabian Allen, Shamar Springer, Usma Mir, Alzari Joseph, and Jaden Seals is the starting 11 for the Antigua Barbuda Falcons. And his Antigua Barbuda Falcons normally a backside, and there, speak of the devil, ball played into the offside, misfield or overthrow down to the boundary for 4 runs. And Antigua Barbuda is already in a spot about Jamaica Kingsmen 8 without loss. Piss poor cricket there from Evan Lewis. As for the Jamaica Kingsmen new franchise, Cheyenne Jahanger, Reza Hendricks. I need to get the pronunciation on that name right. Shakiri Paris, Casey Carter, Ravman Powell, Andre Russell, Big Russ, Hassan Khan, Kimo Paul, Hunin Shah, Vettel Laws, the youngster gets into the starting line, and Jedediah Blaze. All right, that's the starting 11. Let's get to it. Here is Seals on the way, and the ball is down the leg side, outside the off stump, not down the leg side, outside the off stump, into goalkeeper Jameer Hamilton's glove. Biggest party in sport. Jamaica Kingsmen 8 without loss, first over. By the way, big up everyone. Sorry for the just impromptu start. I got in and just decided to do a watch along of this game. Here is Jaden Seals on his way into bowls to Hendricks, and it's outside the off stump into Hamilton's glove. And wait, is that the end of the first over? Nope. One more delivery remaining in the first over. So looking at so Ravman Powell is the captain of this Jamaica team. Here is Seals on his way, and it's flicked down in the onside, and is that 4 runs? Nope, they'll come back for 2 runs, and it's 10 without loss at the end of the first over. So Alzari Joseph, much talked about, much discussed. Alzari Joseph will probably take the new ball with Jaden Seals. Of course, Alzari Joseph, West Indian fast bowler, Alzar Joseph. Nope. He's going to give it to Fabian Allen instead. And first delivery from Allen leads to no run. So, Kingsmen are 10 without loss. By the way, smash the like button. Big up to those on the live. Again, this is a impromptu watch along. I'll do this, or we'll do this throughout the summer. We'll do watch-alongs of multiple watch-alongs of the Caribbean Premier League. Fabian Allen, second delivery to Hendricks, no runs. Still 10 without loss. Allen into Hendricks. Wicket, straight to the wicket to wicket sort of delivery there from Allen. Here is Allen into Hendricks and smashed away. Yeah, my youth, hurry up, no man. I'm in the box at 4 runs, 14 without loss. One third delivery of the second over. A windy evening at Arnoldsville. Hendricks moves to 4. We have the great Sir Curtly Ambrose in the picture there. Here is Fabian Allen into Hendricks and looking to go down leg side there. Here is Allen into, and it's, yep, I am behind, so let me refresh this. So it's 1.5 overs in, and it's 14 without loss for Jamaica Kingsmen. Big up to Sanchez says, what's the first inning score prediction? Early warm in this game. Let's see. I predict 180. 180. What say you? And we're at 15 without loss, 2 overs 8. I mean, they do have a lot of firepower, this Kingsman team. I mean, and Cheyenne and Reza Hendricks, I mean, Cheyenne and Reza will have to get going at some point. So, I mean, I predict 180, 190 runs in this opening game. So, first 2 overs, though, 15 without loss. Sai says 165 to 170. Ultimately, Antigua Barbuda is a team that there was a bit of an overthrow on that first in that first over. So I am interested to see how this Antigua Barbuda team goes about it. If with a bit of pressure, they could give up a few loose deliveries and in so doing runs along the way. Vital Laws in the picture there, youngster in this CPL Jamaica Kingsmen team, one of the bright young spots in bright young players in West Indies cricket. I mean, definitely one for the future. Darren Sammy has called him up for the senior men's team, and he's played a few games there. So, all right, Seals will continue for Antigua Barbuda Falcons. Let's see. Alzari Joseph, they're standing close to Seals as down at mid wicket, or more of it mid on. Seals has a single slip. Maybe that's a wide second slip where Rakeem Cornwall stands, still waiting. Here is Seals on his way into bowls to Cheyenne Jahangir, and it just plays down the onside, and they scamper through again. Nope, they couldn't come through for a single quickly there. The fielder to pick it up. I think that was Evan Lewis. He is finally woken up. Jaden Seals coming off the just concluded test series between West Indies and Pakistan. West Indies and Pakistan ended at 1 apiece. He also played in the series against Sri Lanka. A flick down the leg side and a drop. Is that a drop catch on the boundary there? I'm trying to see. Did he drop it? Nope. I would have to see that replay. 16 without CPL watch along, BCN Sports watch along of CPL cricket. Seems like Antigua Barbuda starting the game a bit rusty, aka not at it. They're not at a prime condition, and there's a swipe out the offside by Jahangir, and didn't get a touch. Rakeem Cornwall and Hamilton in deep discussion. 2.4 overs in, 17 without loss. Kingsmen are 17 without loss. Antigua Barbuda won the toss and decided to bowl. This is Jaden Seals' second over. And plays in the onside. Evan Lewis quickly over, but they quickly scamper through for a single. All right, yeah, Brethren, come on, man. Let's pick up this game. So, Jahangir is on 7 from 8 deliveries, and Hendricks is on 6 from 8 deliveries. So, again, the Falcons won the toss and decided to field. There is Dre Russ, seeing Dre Russ and Rovman Powell. Seals. Very good line there from Jaden Seals. Very good bowling from Jaden Seals there. Jaden Seals is in a second over. No wicket, 8 runs. Very economical bowling here from Jaden Seals. 2 overs concluded from the West Indian fast bowler. 2 overs, no wicket, 8 runs. Very economical, very good in T20 cricket. Fabian Allen, the other bowler for Antigua Barbuda so far, he gave up 5 runs in his single over. So let's see who's going to bowl the 4th over for Antigua Barbuda Falcons. Very good start. Very good bowling here from Jaden Seals. Very good bowling from Jaden Seals. Hopefully everyone is having a wonderful Friday evening, wherever you're joining me from. Again, Rovman Powell is the captain of the Kingsmen, and Fabian Allen gets a chance to lead. He's the captain of the Antigua Barbuda Falcons. So, important decision to see how how Fabian Allen goes about it in this leadership role. Here is Allen again. Very good line. Very economical bowling here from Fabian Allen. He's started this game very well. Very good. 3 dot deliveries so far in this Fabian Allen over. Jamaica Kingsmen 3.3 overs, 17 runs in their inning. Batting power play at that. Not having a go at it. And, Fabian Allen is always, well, you know what, let me not say it. Talented cricketer. Let me say it. Talented cricketer, very talented cricketer. It's one of those cricketers that I felt like should have been in West Indies team. I'm a huge West Indies fan of West Indian cricket, but Fabian Allen, for whatever reason, and maybe it's a West Indies issue, just did not, wasn't able to consistently play for the West Indies T20 team. Of course, I know when he came through the ranks, there were a lot other great players. Yeah, just as I was praising and giving credit to Fabian Allen, 6 runs. Jahangir, 6 runs off Fabian Allen, 23 without loss. Fourth over. 4 overs in the books for the Jamaica Kingsmen. Very good shot there from or SJ. I'm just going to call this brother SJ until I figure out how to pronounce it. You know what? Let me do this. Straight back over the ball. A very good shot. He picked up line really early, and he just said, you know what? Fabian Allen, I see you, and I'm going to put you away. Very good shot. So 23 for without loss. 4.1 overs in. The fourth is continuing with Jaden Seals. Is this too much bowl out? Jaden Seals at this time. This is his third over. BCN Sports watch along of CPL cricket. Seals. Very good bowling again from Jaden Seals. The score remains on 23 without loss. Harris Seals into bowls to Hendricks. Hendricks knocks it down and he picks up a couple two on the leg side and he'll pick up a couple runs. Hendricks moved to 8 off 12 delivery. Jahangir is on 13 from 14 deliveries. Jamaica Kingsmen are 25 from 4.2 overs. Jaden Seals in his third over, 10 runs from his 2.2 overs so far. Very good bowling from Jaden Seals. Still going with that lone slip. And, that one was high up in the air in no man's land. And it's somehow that should have been out. And the misfeeling in the deep there. Who's that? Him. What? Like I said, the Antigua Barbuda Falcons not starting off very sharp tonight. Don't look like this looks like practice for them. And it's the ball went high up in the air, and of course, it seems like the wind also moved it away from him, trying to see the fielder there in the deep. Here is Seals, very good line again from Jaden Seals, and almost a run out. And we have the first wicket. A run out. Jahangir is run out. Too far down the crease. Hendricks called for the run. Both batsmen agreed to it. Hendricks changed his mind. 25 for 1. Very good quick cricket there from Alzari Joseph. Yeah, all right. Bye-bye, because I was having issues pronouncing your name. So, Cheyenne Jahangir, bye-bye. 13 runs from 14 deliveries. Goodbye. This should make my life a little bit easier. Next batsman up. Paris comes in. And it's Shakiri Paris. Is that what we... Or Shakari. Shak. Let's call it Shak. Let's call him Shaq Paris. Is the new batsman in for Jamaica Kingsman. So some of that may have been just straight pressure, right? So 25 for 1. Here is Seals. Quickly over to I'm curious to see how Shaq Paris goes about this. Seals. And that. So, Seals. Moving his field around. Moving a man down to square leg. Or down to third man also. Moving the fielders around. Of course, within the batting power play, you You're limited. Very good line there. You're limited to 3 players outside the arc, outside the circle. Very good bowling there from Jaden Seals. We're seeing the replay of the run out. Alzari Joseph could not miss that. He had all 3 stumps as Cheyenne Jangar was caught way down the crease. Yeah. Seems like he's a bit surprised by his decision. He was way down the crease. 26 for 1, end of the 5th over. The score is 26 for 1, end of the 5th over. Ariza Hendricks is on 4. He on 8 from 14 deliveries. Shaq Paris is yet to get off the mark. He's faced 2 deliveries. He's at the crease because Cheyenne Jangar was run out, so he's gone. Fabian Allen, 2 overs, 11 runs. Jaden Seals, 3 overs from 10 runs. Fabian Allen is the captain of this Antigua Barbuda team. Curtly Ambrose giving a round of applause to his team as they finally. So 7 teams in this season's Caribbean Premier League. Trinidad and Tobago Knight Riders, the defending champs. Guyana Amazon Warriors, of course, Antigua Barbuda Falcons. You have the Jamaica Kingsmen. Let's get that right. Jamaica Kingsmen. I'm going to have to get used to that one. You also have the St. Lucia Kings. So you have the Jamaica Kingsmen and the St. Lucia Kings, the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, and the Barbados Tridents. Seems like the Barbados Tridents have changed their logo. Last year it used to be pink. This year it seems like they've changed it to blue. All right, so Kima Gore is in, and his first deliveries smashed out of the park for 6 runs. Risa Hendricks says, "Welcome to the party, Mr. Kima Gore." And his second delivery is also smashed out of the park for 6 runs. Now we're talking. Now we at the CPL. 38 for 1. Strong hitting there from Risa Hendricks. 38 for 1. Why bring Karima Gore into this? Why not bring Alzari Joseph into it? And the third delivery is smashed out the park for 6 runs. 3 sixes in a row by Risa Hendricks, the other side of the ground. Risa Hendricks is going off here on Karima Gore. And the fans have to take cover as Risa Hendricks is going berserk. 44 for 1. Let's see what Gore comes up with. And with this hit in, Hendricks moves to 26 from 18 deliveries. $44 for 1, 4 deliveries. Oh, finally. Finally. Oh, finally there's a delivery with no boundary. Finally a dot ball. The 4th delivery is a dot ball. That's some sweet hitting. 1 straight over mid wicket. All the way. Next one over third man. Hey, that was a good. That 4th delivery. Seeing the replay of that 4th delivery is very good comeback. Oh, he did it again. Here is Karima Gore on his way to Risa Hendricks and is up over the field and jump. 1 bounce in the boundary, 4 runs. 48 for 1. Yo, Jamaica Kingsmen cheerleaders, them supposed to be more energized than that. Yo, walk on. Here is the final delivery. Gore on his way to, and it's smacked out the park. 6 runs from Risa Hendricks. Hendricks moves to 36 from 20 deliveries. Shaq Paris remains on North, only faced 2 deliveries. The biggest party in sports have kicked off. 6 overs in of the Kingsmen innings. They're 54 for 1, and it's all because of this Karima Gore. This Karima Gore over. Alzara Joseph now into the attack. $54 for 1. Captain Fabian Allen now looks to Alzara to bring some sort of calm, maybe get a couple wickets. Alzara Joseph setting his field. Run rate up to 9 and over. Here is Joseph into Paris, and Paris plays that one quite well. Very good shot there from Paris. He's able to get 1, and the score moves on to 55 for 1. Here is Joseph into Hendricks, and Hendricks knocks it down, and a man on long one comes around and picks it up, and there's Camping True for 1. Score moved to 56 for 1. Alzara Joseph, first over of this game. Very strong wind is in the air. So if you hit in into the wind on the leg side, you might have given the fielding team an opportunity. The problem is for the fielding team is that ball will swirl around, so they're gonna have to, really kind of be able to track that delivery and catch it. I mean, if you hit it into the wind, for the Jamaica Kingsmen. So 56 for 1, 6.3 overs in. Alzara Joseph. Dot ball. It's a welcome sight for the Antigua Barbuda Falcons. Now you're outside the power play, so you can move more players outside the circle. Here is Alzara Joseph into Alzara Joseph, back to his mark, on his way into balls to Paris. Alzari speeds in, on his way into balls to Paris, Paris trying to hit that bounce, and Jamar Hamilton chases around and catches that one, and he's out. A bouncer that was probably going for the juggler. Shaq Paris decided to take on Alzara Joseph. Only end up popping that one in the air, which Jamar Hamilton ran around down to deep third man to be able to pick it up, to catch it. Run around very to backward square leg to catch it. Shaq has to go. New batsman coming in. Let's see, who's the new batsman coming in? Casey Carter is the new batsman in for the Jamaica Kingsmen. Casey Carty. So very good bowling from Alzari Joseph. This is his first over. We're looking at, yo, 2 runs, 1 wicket. That is what you need from your strike bowler. I like this bowling lineup for Antigua Barbuda Falcons. I mean, Alzari Joseph, of course, he's part of this very good pace bowling attack that the West Indies currently have. Alzari Joseph and Jaden Seals. The ultimate question for the Falcons, okay, who are the backup bowlers, the support role bowlers? Can Fabian Allen keep it together? Because I don't know. I don't really know if Fabian Allen is gonna be consistent. What Fabian Allen will show up in this tournament? And Kareem Agor, he got butter bruised in that over by Reza Hendricks, aka he was beaten out the park. I'm curious to see how does he come back. How does Kareem Agor comes back and be able to kind of get something out. So and then you have Usman Mir, who's getting ready to come into the attack. So 57 for 2, 7 overs in. So what a welcome, Mr. Mir. What a welcome. 4 runs. Reza Hendricks, I mean, he's been at the crease now. He's faced 22 deliveries. He's now moved up to 41 runs. He says, Mr. Mir, welcome. Usama Mir, who decided to kiss the ball. Yeah, but it's not matter kiss the ball, man. Come now. So that's 1 slip. And very tickled fine down the leg side. 4 runs. Just seeing the replay. And Mir in again to bowls to Hendricks. And Hendricks plays that one into the leg side and it's through for a single. The score moves to 61 for 2. Casey Carty. Let's see how Casey goes about it. Antigua Barbuda Falcons won the toss, decided to have a bowl. Very good line there from If you have a spin bowler, you might can get an opportunity, You know what? I think maybe this year I'll try to see if I can go to CPL. And then we can make a move. 62 for 2. Osama Mir has been able to pull back after that first 4. He's been able to bowl a few dot deliveries here and be able to kind of, prevent this over from getting away from Antigua Barbuda Falcons. Or is it the fact that Casey Carty is still waiting? And Osama, what is after why is the man I must slow my thing, man. Here is Mir into bowls and he's bowled him. Reza Hendricks cleaned up. 94.4 kph. He went on the back foot to try to smash that one down to mid wicket, but no, didn't got cramp for space. Actually took an inside edge, played on. Yep, that's it. Reza Hendricks has to go. All right, conclusion of the 8th over, 62 for 3. Osama Mir with a good start. First over, 1 wicket. 6 runs. And the most important thing about that, he's gotten the vital wicket, the man who has been, the power hitter for this Kingsman. So, all right, so 62 for 3, 8 overs. Where do the Kingsmen go from here? This is the important question. Does Ravman Powell comes to the crease now? You can't put Dre Russ up now. Cannot, so let's see. Well, I guess, yeah. So Ravman Powell, the captain, walks out. So the Kingsman will need a captain's knock here from Ravman Powell. Bowling figures so far: Jaden Seals, 3 overs, 10 runs at an economy rate of. Oh, my thing, I'm on. At an economy rate of 3.3 and over. Very good bowling from Jaden. I'll get back to the bowling figures here in a second as Ravman Powell faces as Springer is now into the attack. Shamar Springer do have some good bowling now. I forgot that Shamar Springer is in this team. So Alzari one over and he's done. So good captaincy here from Fabian Allen, rotating his bowlers around. Of course, ultimately, Shamar Springer can't give up no heap of runs. But, Alzari captain, Fabian Allen decided to have Alzari bowl a very impactful first over. He was quite impactful, got a wicket, and subsequently took him off. Brought in Usman Mir at the other end. Usman Mir also picked up a wicket. So 2 new batsmen are at the crease for the Kingsmen. 64 for 3, 8.3 overs. And so Shamar Springer's job now is to keep squeezing this team. Keep squeezing this Kingsmen team. And he definitely can. He can definitely do that. He's been. Now, Ravman Powell will take a few deliveries to get going. All right, let's get back to the bowling figures. As I was running through the bowling figures, Jaden Seals, 3 overs, 10 runs, 3.3 runs and over. Very good economy rate there for Jaden. Fabian Allen, 2 overs, 5.5 runs and over. Karima Gore, the big man, the big over for the Kingsmen, 1 over for 28 BBC runs. Box cover. So Karima Gore, 1 over. We're not sure if we're going to see come. I don't think we're seeing any more Karima Gore tonight. Or maybe an over 13, 14 thereabout. Maybe. Alzari Joseph, a single over, 2 runs, 1 wicket. Usman Amir, 1 over, 6 runs, 1 wicket. And of course, Shamar Springer is now currently bowling. He's 65 for 3. Jamaica Kingsmen. Casey Carty is on 3 from 7 deliveries. Ravman Powell just at the crease, 1 run from 2 deliveries. Springer. Very good line there from Springer. Ravman Powell played that one on the onside, and it's picked up there by, I think that was Lewis coming in. Final delivery of the over. Shamar Springer on his way to bowl. Yeah, cameraman. Here is Shamar Springer. On his way to Ravman Powell. He tickles that one down to backward square leg or deep square leg boundary. Fielder comes in and quickly gets it into Jamal Hamilton. Score goes to 66 for 3. Ravman Powell is on 2. And Casey Carty is on 3. This is the ninth over. Batsman in the shed, back in the shed, Risa Hendricks, for a score of what? Wait a minute, 41? Was it 41? Risa Hendricks. Risa Hendricks made 42. Cheyenne Jahanger, on Cheyenne Jahanger made 13 runs. Shaq Parrish or Shakira or Kerry. I'm gonna make Shaq deal with the last part of the Shaq Parrish 1 run, 5 from 5 deliveries. Casey Carty is on 3, and Ravman Powell is on 2. Here's Usman Mir to continue. Ravman Powell plays that one down to extra cover. No runs. Fielder there quickly in to picks it up. Usman Mir on his way into Powell. Powell beaten outside the off stump. Cramp for space there. Ooh, child. Ooh. Yeah, my youth. That was close. That was close. Here is Mir on his way to Powell, and down the leg side. Through Jamar Hamilton called a wide, and it's also down to the boundary for 4. Had the squeeze on and just gave away 5 runs. A wide and 4 leg buys. Why even choose that line? Jamaica Kingsmen moved to 71 from 3 runs. That must be very frustrating for this Antigua Barbuda Falcons. Or Jamir Hamilton should have caught the save it. And now we have a pause in the play. I don't know what happened. Run rate is at 7.6 and over. Here is Mir on his way into Powell, and he's beating him again. Yeah, my youth, step to the pitch and deliver and stop. Fed out. Try tickle and try. Yeah, I want him. He's beating all ends up. And Ravman Powell is supposed to be a decent playoff spin, you know. Here's Mir on his way. Very good delivery. Forcing Ravman Powell in back on the back foot. Osama Mir is having Ravman Powell in a bit of stitches. Jamar Hamilton should be saying something to him behind the stumps. Here is Usman Mir on his way to Powell, and Powell then be able to dig that one out and got it down to mid on, and it's scampered through for a single. Well, there is no scamper in there. He's jogged through for a single. 72 for 3. The Jamaica Kingsmen move to 72 for 3. Powell moves to 3 from 8 deliveries. Casey Carty, 3 from 7 deliveries. Here is Usman Amir to Carty, and Carty hit on, is it bat first? A huge appeal from Osama Mir, who then turns to Captain Fabian Allen for a review as the appeal was turned down by the umpire. And now he sends it upstairs. I wonder if there was bat first, though. Review is coming up. Huge appeal from Osama and Jamir on this one. TV umpires Leslie Reefer. Yeah, I hope Leslie have on him glasses, you know. Or having him contacts. Having his contact lens. Fair delivery. Alright, so it's a fair delivery. Let's go. Come. Let's see. Pitch in line, did it? Seems like. Yeah, ball a drift down the leg side, Bridgen. And I pack box cover appealing for this. I think that one is drifting down the leg side. Is there a bat involved? No bat involved. There's no bat involved. It's clearly beat the bat. Let's go. We have a review here. Yep, clearly missing the wicket. The ball has moved down the leg side. And waste a review as Osama Mir was harassing the All right, we're at the 10 overs intermission. So 72 for 3, 10 overs in. So I said 180. J Rush, get yourself together because I need 180. I call 180, I need to get 180. 10 runs. 10 runs. Casey Carty's on 3 as a strategic timeout from 8 deliveries. Seems like he's been there a long time. Ravman Powell is on 3 from also 8 deliveries. How convenient. Both batsmen face the same number of deliveries and same amount of runs. Jamaica Kingsmen, new franchise at the CPL 2026, currently on 72 from 10 overs, 72 for 3. Batsmen back in the shed. Reza Hendricks, 42 runs from 25 deliveries. Cheyenne Jahanger, 13 runs from 14 deliveries. Shaq Paris, 1 run in his brief stay at the crease. Caught Hamilton, Bowl Joseph, Shaq Paris, Reza Hendricks, Bowl Osama Mir for his 42. Cheyenne was run out by Alzari Joseph. So Alzari Joseph fully active in this thing. The bowling figures so far for the Falcons: Jaden Seals, 3 overs, 10 runs. Very good bowling from Jaden Seals. Fabian Allen, 2 overs, 11 runs. Karima Gore, 1 over, 28 runs. Alzari Joseph, 1 over for his 2 runs. He picked up a wicket. Osama Mir, 2 overs for 12 runs. Picked up a wicket. And Shamar Springer was quite economical for his 1 over from 4 runs. Let's see. Karen says, anyone want to play this fixed match? Funny. Yeah. Hey, let's see. I guess we will see who wants to play this match. You know, ultimately I think the Kingsmen will win. I think J Rush. Again, I predicted 180 for the Kingsmen. May seems like a far off score at the strategic timeout here, but who knows? So first day of the match day 1 of the CPL 2026, current champ and our Trinidad and Tobago Night Riders. Yeah. The Carib girls are going with them things. Yo, BCN Sports Live, smash the like button, people. Subscribe to the channel. BCN Sports Live. Need to link some of the Carib people them so we can get some of the Carib vibes going. Hey, Raheem Cornwall is getting ready to bowl. Ooh. So Raheem Cornwall coming into the attack. Cornwall to Powell. Powell plays it on the leg side and he's scampered through for there's no scampering with Powell and he runs through for a single. 73 for 3. So we have a deep point, deep extra cover. What is that? Deep extra cover boundary. Yeah, my youth ball delivery now. Raheem Cornwall moving someone here. The box. Run rate is at 7.2 and over. And Ravman Powell did try to hit the brakes off that one. It just didn't work. 74 for 3. 10.3 overs. Game being played at Arnersville. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Not a big crowd. Hopefully, it's a late arriving crowd. My youth, move out of the man way. Rakim pushing Casey out that way. They're having a laugh about it. Move out of the big man way. 74 for 3. Powell is on 4. Casey Carty is on 4. Powell's 4 runs came from 10 deliveries. Casey Carty's 4 runs came from 9 deliveries. And Powell is down the crease to Rakim. And Joseph is trying to get on the end of it, but it clears Joseph. 4 runs. And Joseph maybe misjudged that ball. He's pointing at something. It seems like Rothman was a little bit worried. Wait, what? Joseph should have... Yeah, what Joseph do? He should have caught the ball. See, he has a smirk on his face. Everyone looks surprised. All right, so... right? Rothman hit the ball straight back over Rakeem Cornwall's head. And Alzar Joseph, feeling at deep cover boundary, ran across. The ball was dropping short. Yo, stop that. Stop it. 6 runs. I'll get back to that point. Rothman Powell says, not tonight, I rotted. 6 runs, 86 for 3. Rothman Powell quickly moves to 16 from 13 deliveries. Oh, he waited for that delivery. He picked up the line pretty early and smashed that one over forward square leg boundary for 6 runs. I thought he would be hitting into that win. CPL 2026. He was charging again at Rakeem Cornwall on that last delivery. Rakeem Cornwall saw him coming. Change the line. There scampered through, played it down to deep mid wicket, and then scampered through for a single. For 2 runs. 86 for 3. Yeah, cameraman. My youth, move out that camera. Move. All right. Osama Mir will continue. Osama Mir, Usama Mir, 2.1 overs, 2 overs, 12 runs, 1 wicket. Yeah, forget the cricket. We'll just focus on the lovely scenes, the beautiful pictures, and beautiful folks in the stands. All right, cameraman. We'll watch cricket later. All right, back to it. Usama Mir on his way. Usama bowls to Casey Carty. Carty looking to go for a sweep. Casey Carty must get going. He's moved on to 5 from 11 deliveries. The score is up to 89 for 3. Rothman Powell is trying to get things going. Trying to move things along, of course. To bat for the Kingsmen. Still to bat for the Jamaica Kingsmen. You got Dre Russ, Hassan Khan, Kimo Paul, Hunain Shaw, Vital Laws, and Jadea Blades, the remaining batsmen for the Kingsmen. 9. Rothman Powell trying to get the score moving. Knocks this one down the leg side and gets through for a single move. Score moves to 91 for 3. Yo, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. BCN Sports. We cover cricket, track and field. Big up to all the athletes competing at the World Junior Championship or the World U20 Championship of track and field taking place in Oregon Last night, the 100 meters final took place. Men's or girls, young ladies, and boys, men and girls. Mia Maxwell defeated Shania Douglas in the women's final, and in the men's final, what do you name? An American youth defeated Card. I think it was. I'm slipping on the name. 91 for 3 at the end of 12 overs. Tate Taylor. So Tate Taylor won. Yeah, the Antigua Barbuda cheerleaders, them now go out with nothing. I'm glad I'm tired. I wish. Wouldn't be surprised. 91 for 3 at the end of 12 overs. Casey Carty is on 5 from 12 deliveries. Robin Powell is now up to 18 from 16 deliveries. Alzari Joseph is back into the attack. We'll do coverage of CPL 2026. Here on BCN Sports, we also cover football, and lots of football. We have English Premier League season coming up in a few weeks, or a couple of weeks. We have transfer news in the English Premier League to discuss, and other club football news. La Liga, Vinicius Jr. signed in an extension with Real Madrid. Yeah, so Arsenal fans can forget the dream of Vinicius Jr. Giant Arsenal. Vinicius Jr. extended his Real Madrid contract until 2030 or 2032. I don't remember. All right, back to cricket. 92 for 3. Alzari Joseph, very good line here from Alzari. Robin Powell is struggling to get Alzari Joseph away. So, very good captaincy also by Antigua Barbuda captain Mr. Fabian Allen to bring back Alzari Joseph. He knows that Robin Powell is a dangerous customer. If they can keep Robin Powell quiet, the pressure will mount on the Jamaica Kingsmen. CPL 2026 defending champs, the Trinidad and Tobago Knight Riders. Let's run through the CPL schedule. Weekend action. Today's match day 1. CPL schedule tomorrow at 7 p.m. Trinidad and Tobago Knight Riders, the big side, will play St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. And on Sunday, Antigua Barbuda Falcons will play the St. Lucia Kings. So I might do a watch along of those games. Let's see how it goes. Of course, we'll do a watch along throughout the week and on the weekends when possible. Tomorrow might be a tight one. Tight one for me tomorrow. Here is Alzari Joseph on his way into bowls to Casey Carter. Joseph into bowls to Carty. Very good line again from Alzari Joseph. But they're trying to run those single. The ball is dropped down to extra cover. No man is there, so the fielder has to come in. And they were able to go through for a single. Carty moves to 7 or 8. Somewhere around there. He's on 95 for 3. Alzari Joseph bowling. Very, very good bowling from Alzari Joseph. Cramping the batsman, not in that hitting zone. Limiting the space, the batting arc area. He's not offering any loose delivery. Of course, he's learning from one of the greats, the best to ever do it, Sir Curtly Ambrose. And this is one of the good things that I like about this Antigua Barbuda team. Not that they're going to win. They're not going to win. Let's just get that out the way. Antigua Barbuda Falcons aren't going to win the CPL 26. If Antigua Barbuda Falcons win the CPL 2026, I will apologize. Who knows? I might give away a jersey. I might give away an Antigua Barbuda Falcons jersey if they win the CPL. That aside, I know they're not going to win the CPL. That aside, and by the way, by giving away a jersey, I will ship the jersey to wherever you are. To one Antigua Barbuda Falcons, and you'd have to prove to me that you're Antigua Barbuda Falcon fan. All right, now back to the point that I'm trying to make is that the fact that currently Ambrose is a bowling coach. Our coaching consultant, is that what he is? I think that's what he said he is. But whatever capacity currently Ambrose is involved with this group, it's a good thing for Jaden Seals and Alzari Joseph and Shamar Springer and any fast bowler in this setup, because they'll be you're learning from one of the best to ever do it. So but I think from a West Indies perspective, this is very good mentoring. It's mentoring when they're not with the West Indies setup. They're able to get access to one of the great minds of fast bowling, one of the great fast bowling minds. So good to see it. I guess what Antigua Barbuda Falcons folks should do is just bring Shamar Joseph from Ghana now and just make it a complete four-prong attack over there. All right, Jane Seals is back into the attack. Speaking of, smash down to the deep square leg boundary, and through for a single. Score moves to 96 for 1. Yo, Trinidad and Tobago is not playing. Why we have these Trinidad and Tobago fans in their jersey at the game? Trinidad Riders, Trinidad Tobago Riders, or whatever they want to call themselves. They're not playing. Wear your regular clothes and leave the jersey at your home. Either wear Jamaica jersey or wear Antigua jersey. That me I say. 96 for 3. Oh, yeah. One Casey Carty day is done. 96 for 4. Casey Carty day is done. Go on a yard, Casey. Go on a yard. Bye-bye. Jaden Seals. Again, and this is good captaincy from Fabian Allen of Antigua Barbuda Falcons. Very good captaincy. I mean, that was a loose shot from Casey Carty. Well taken catch by Shamar Springer down at deep cover. I mean, he ran in and the ball was swirling in the wind. I mean, it's a good catch. Yeah, cameraman, work. But Casey Carter just eat up deliveries. He was not producing. He wasn't making any runs. He was just eating up deliveries. So it's either you produce or go back to the shed. So Casey Carter is gone. Do you send Dre Russ now if you're the Kingsmen? Let's see. Or maybe send Kemo Paul? I don't know. Let's go on. Nope, they said Andre Russell. All right, Andre Russell. This is why we're here. 13. Yeah, it's actually. This is the 14th over, so yeah. Yeah, Trinidad fans waving a flag, but we're our next jersey. Don't. Trinidad and Tobago Night Riders not playing. We're a West Indies jersey. Just making a bit of joke with the Trinidad Night Riders. Yo, J. Russ look like him Magadon. How the box cover? What happened to the muscles? Hey. Here is Jaden Seals getting ready to bowl to Russ. 101 for 4. That's the current score of the Jamaican Kingsmen. Oh, yeah, welcome. When it was 96 for 4, welcome Andre Russ with a bouncer. Going Jaden Seals with a bouncer going after Andre Russ. He took evasive actions, and the ball evaded Jameer Hamilton also, and it's down to the boundary for 4. 101 for 4. Jaden Seals, so 4 wide. Here is Seals on his way to bowl to Dre Russ. My youth. And Russell drops this one. No one is feeling that deep extra cover, and they scamper through for a single. And they were looking for a second after the overthrow, but they couldn't come back for it. 102 for 4. 13.4 overs in. CPL 2026. Smash the like button, people. Subscribe to the channel. See you. No matter where you're watching from, big up yourself. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day, night, morning, whatever it is. Thank you for joining me, CPL coverage. And again, throughout this tournament, we'll continue to improve the coverage. We'll get better. Big up to Junior, wherever you are. Wherever you are. Big up, big up. Big up, come on. Big up to the entire BCN Sports family. Here is Seals on his way to Rodman Powell. Rodman Powell plays that one down to third man. To deep. And true for a single. We're at 104 at the end of 14 overs. So, just to remind listeners of the particulars. Sayan Jahangir, 13 runs from 12 deliveries. Reza Hendricks, the top scorer, 42 runs from 25 deliveries. Shaq Paris, 1 run from 5 deliveries. Casey Carty, the last man out, 8 runs, 17 deliveries. And again, Cheyenne was run out by Alzari Joseph. Reza was bowled out by Usama Mir. Shaq was bowled Joseph, caught Hamilton. Casey Carty caught Springer, bowled Seals. 104 still. We are going so. Big concert are going featuring Mavado, Christopher Martin, Mr. Vegas, and many more. National Botanical Gardens in Barbuda. Ticket available. How the box go? Yeah, September 19. Yeah, Barbuda. I will be there. We'll see you now. Alright, back to cricket. 105 for 4. New bowler in as Shamar Springer returns. Shamar Springer to bowl his second over. Robin Powell now moves to a strike rate of 100. 21 now, it goes over 100. Here is Springer on his way to Joe. Yo, where the bird are? Dre Russ moves to 3 from 3 deliveries. Ravman Powell 23 from 22 deliveries. And thinking of the Kingsmen, so you have, I think Alzari Joseph has 1 more over remaining. Jaden Seals is bowled out, so Alzari Joseph has 2 more overs remaining. So this is the 15th over. So Shamar Joseph in his second over. All right. So Osama Mir, he has one more over. So, you know, I mean, 109 for 4. Russell moves to still on Russell is on 4 from 4 deliveries. Powell is on 24 from 23 deliveries. Shamar Springer wrapping up his second over. Here is Shamar on his way into bowls to Powell and that one is a Yorker that's dug out. Ball all the way down to deep fine leg and they come through for a single. So Powell is on 25 from 24 deliveries. Russell remains on 4 from 4 deliveries. CPL 2026 match day 1. And that one is looped up in the air. But there was no one in the area. From Rovman Powell living dangerously there. Jaden Seals didn't come. Very good bowling by Shamar Springer. Slower delivery. Forcing Rovman Powell to generate the power. He just cannot, very good bowling. And it's something that Shamar Springer has perfected in this tournament. He served him well last year. Very good bowling again. Very, very good bowling. And he has the man himself, Curtly Ambrose, shouting, saying, well go, Shamar. Shamar Springer, very good bowling. So 110 from 15 overs, 4 wickets, 110 for 4, 15 overs. Jamaica Kingsmen sent into bat by the Antigua Barbuda Falcons. Again, the bowling card. Seals, 4 overs, 19 runs, 1 wicket. Fabian Allen, 2 overs, 11 runs, no wicket. Kareem Agor, 1 over, 28 runs. Alzari Joseph, 2 overs, 1 wicket, 6 runs. Usama Mir, 3.1 overs. Usama Mir is brought back, 16 runs, 1 wicket. Shamar Springer, who's been bowling quite well, 2 overs, 10 runs. Very economical. And Raheem Cornwall, 1 over, 14 runs. All right, let's see if they will have a go at Mr. Usama Mir. And then that's played down to deep cover, and Shamar Springer is there, and they go through for a single. So 112 for 4, the 16th over of this Jamaica. Seems like my projected score of 180 is not gonna happen. I think Sai says 165. And Dre Russ was trying to hit that one out of the park, totally misplace it. End up Gully comes run around, fell short, and they go through for a single. One leg by, actually didn't touch the bat at all. Very good bowling here by Usama Mir. 112 for 4. Usama holding this tight line and also not putting anything in the batting arc. Very, very good bowling. His last over of it. He's had a very good spell. And this, last over. It's hard to get him away. I mean, Usama Mir, very good bowling. Arnoldsville Stadium in St. Vincent. Yo, yo, Rob Van Paul act like he's coming on the front foot, then step on the back foot and just plays it down. And there's third man. How the box go? Yo, just put him out of misery, yeah. So that's the end of Usama Mir's spell. 4 overs, 17 runs, 1 wicket. Very economical bowling spell there from Usama. Very good bowling. Very, very good bowling. Jamaica Kingsmen, new franchise at CPL 2026. 113 runs for 4 wickets from 16 overs. Dre Russ is on 4 from 6 runs. And Rothman Powell is on 33 from 30 deliveries. Alzari Joseph is back into the attack. Alzari Joseph getting ready to bowl his 3rd over. Joseph. Very good bowling from Usama Mir. Here is Joseph on his way into bowl to Powell, and Powell picked that one up early, smashed it out, 6 runs. He picked it up early though, I thought. So 119 for 4. Yeah, picked up the line early, send that one over deep square leg boundary. Kemo Paul is getting ready. Yo, what became of Odin Simmet? Box cover. Yeah. Odin Simmet was highly regarded T20 specialist a few years back. Alzari Joseph, dang, very good comeback delivery by Alzari Joseph. Cramping Rovman Powell for space. Scores up to 120 for 4 from 16.2 overs. Trinidad and Tobago Knight Riders will make their entrance to the tournament, will make their for the 2026 season when they play I think the St. Lucia Kings tomorrow. Or is it? Yeah. The Trinidad and Tobago Knight Riders are playing tomorrow. Box cover. Defending champs. Here's Joseph on the way to Russell, and Russell, Andre Russell, 4 runs. Joseph is. Yeah, so you go, Joseph. You have to learn how to play ball against them money. You have to. Score goes up to 124 for 4. Looking at these, there's only 1 over, that 6th over, that the Kingsmen really made any sort of significant runs. I mean, 27 in that 6th over. Other overs, those histogram or those graphs, bar graphs look very flat, you know. So Dre Russ moves to 8 from 9 deliveries. Yeah, Antigua Barbuda cheerleaders, I wonder if them for dance. For J Russ 4. Dance because it's for the tournament. Big up to the Carib ladies who are always ready for dance no matter what. 2.5 overs for Alzari Joseph. He's in his 3rd over. All right, 2 overs and the 5th delivery off the 3rd over, not 2.5. Box cover. And that's the conclusion of Alzari Joseph spell, who came back pretty. Not a conclusion of Alzari Joseph third over. Very good bowling from Alzari after Russell fast bowling at his best. Shaking up Russell, telling Russell to hit this. Russell took evasive action, ducks out of the way. Joseph back to his run-up. On his way into bowl, Sir Dre Russ. And again, another bouncer. This one is called a wide. Ooh. Ooh. 125 for 4. Trying to have a go at Dre Russ. Let's see what Alzari Joseph turns to now. So here is Alzari. Last delivery called a wide. He's moving the feelers around. My youth, Fabian Allen is supposed to talk to set the field. He's sending somebody down to a deep extra cover boundary. He's calling in the square leg boundary. Here is deep square leg boundary is called in. Here is Alzari Joseph to J. Russ, and J. Russ picks that one up early, and he's caught. He's out. The trap has worked as J. Russ has to go back. Very good bowling there from Alzari Joseph. Catch taken. He called in the feeler. Alzari Joseph caught by Robinson. There it's Tim Robinson running in from the boundary. Almost spilled it too. J. Russ has to go for 8 runs. My youth. Call Robinson. Very good bowling from Alzari Joseph. Alzari Joseph figures now goes to 3 overs, 2 wickets, 18 runs. Jamaica Kingsmen 125 for 5 from 17 overs. Let's see who Captain Fabian Allen turns to now to bowl this 18th over. Does he go back to Shamar Springer? New batsman in is Hassan Khan. Is it? Yep, Hassan Khan's new batsman in. Shamar Springer will continue for Captain Fabian Allen and the Falcons of Antigua Barbuda. Very good catch by Tim Robbins. Very good running in from that boundary. Catch it. Very well set trap. All right. There's no way this team is making 160 runs. All right. So Powell is there. He's on 34 from 32 deliveries. Oh. Well, never mind. 4 runs. Yo, Shamar Springer. I guess Powell prepared for Shamar Springer this time with these slow deliveries. All right, so Powell goes to 38 from Robin Powell moves to 38 from 33 deliveries. Jamaica Kingsmen up to 129 for 5 from 17 overs. 17, 18, they're in their 18th over. And looking at this boundary, yeah, my youth move out that way. It's a very good shot, you know. It's a very good shot by Powell, actually. Very good shot back. It wasn't a complete straight drive, but it's just more like a power slap back past Shamar Springer. straight drive, you need some of that form to push it, punch it back. Oh, Rodman Powell is deciding to have a go at Shamar Springer. What the box cover? 6 runs. How many box? Yo. And so he will have a go. So Shamar Springer then decided to try to bowl away from him. And then that was a wide, so you have to bowl this again. But Powell said thank you for the wide and then hits the next delivery for 6. 136 for 5. Rodman Powell is on the charge. Yo, it's a rotted strong. Yeah. Yo, the man is strong like bull coat, the box cover. Rodman Powell, 44 for 5. 44 from 34 delivers, now the highest scoring Jamaica Kingsmen. And of course, he's the captain. So he's delivering a captain's knock here for the Kingsmen. Field placement now for Barbuda Falcons, Antigua Barbuda Falcons. Discussion. Shamar Springer trying to figure out this Powell onslaught. As they look to find the ball. Well, nope, they brought out to deal with ball, of course. And of course, next delivery here is Shamar Springer on his way to bowl to Powell, and Powell places one easily, and then they threw for a single. 137 for 5. Powell moves to 45 from 35 deliveries. Hassan Khan to face his first delivery. He's new to the crease after Dre Russ departed. BCN Sports watch along of CPL cricket. Caribbean Premier League T20 cricket. Match day 1. Let's see what Hassan Khan, can he help the Kingsmen out? Khan, very wise decision. Just giving back the hot hand, the strike, as he knocks this one down. And then it goes through for a single, knocks it down to the onside, and it goes through for a single. Khan moves to 1, gets off the mark. 138 for 5. Running through the bowling figures, Jaden Seals, 4 overs, 19 runs, 4.75 and over 1 wicket. Fabian Allen bowled 2 overs for 11 runs. Kareem Agor 1 over for 28 runs. Alzarri Joseph 3 overs, 18 runs. Usama Mir 4 overs, 17 runs. And now Shamar Springer is into his 3rd over. All right, so we're in over number 18. Now over number 18. We have another. Yeah, wide that, man. Shamar Springer again with another wide. Box cover. Now, Curtly Ambrose is up. Talking to Jaden Seals, who's fielding on the boundary, right in front of the Antigua Barbuda coach. Now, Ambrose decides to step back as the play was about to get started. Seals. Good feeling, youth. Good feeling, Mr. Lewis. 141 for 5 at the end of the 18th over. Powell is on 47 from 36 delivery, looking to make his half century and then some. Khan is on 1. So Alzarri Joseph to continue. Joseph, 2 wickets, 3 overs, 2 wickets, 18 runs. So this is Joseph's final over. So that means that Shamar Springer will bowl the 20th over for Antigua Barbuda Falcons. 142. You know what? That 165 looks likely. Let's see how this over goes about it. Hassan Khan, very wise again, turning the strike over to the hot hand to Ravman Powell, just dropping the ball down into the leg side and running through for a single. So now Alzara Joseph will have to deal with Ravman Powell. He got Dre Russ earlier. Here is Alzara Joseph on his way to bowl to Ravman Powell. Here is Joseph into bowl to Powell. And Powell top edges one high up in the sky. And it's easily taken. That man, Jaden Seals, running in from mid on. Take it. And yeah. Oh, yeah. Yo, brother, up to you, man. So Ravman Powell has to go. 47. Imagine you could have at least just make some more runs, brother. I guess Kimo Paul's next man up. 42 for 6. Easily taken by Mr. Jaden Seals. Yeah, what Ravman Powell do? Very good bowling from Alzara Joseph again. This is third wicket. 3 wickets for Alzara Joseph. This is his 4th over. So 3.2 overs, 19 runs. 3 overs, 2 deliveries, 19 runs, 3 wickets. Yeah, Bridget, I don't need that money, man. Move that money out that way. Here is Joseph on his way to Hassan Khan, and Hassan Khan is all Kimo Paul is all beating all ends up. So Kimo Paul is deciding to have a go. Kimo Paul is deciding, and he can bat now. Kimo Paul can bat. Here is Joseph. Joseph on his way to bowl to Paul. All right. Yeah, all right, Paul. 6 runs. That one way into the night sky, down way over deep. You might have to go to the parking lot to get that one. Kimo Paul, second delivery, 6 runs, 148 for 6 for the Kingsmen. Yeah. That is in Kimo Paul's hitting zone there, Alzari. 79 meters on that 6. That maximum. Here is Joseph. 9 maximums so far in this innings. Here's Joseph on his way to Kimo Paul. Windy conditions. Joseph. And he went for that bouncer again. And it's called a wide. Called a wide. Alzari will have to bowl that one again. Score moves to 149 for 6. So why Alzari Joseph him not have no Yorkers? Here is Joseph on his way into bowls to Paul. Yo, come, let's go, man. You have a man at extra cover, Raheem Cornwall. Here is Joseph on his way to Paul, and Paul top edges one behind over his Jamar Hamilton. Tajir Singh couldn't catch it, and it drops one bounce into the boundary. Yeah, I mean, Kimo Paul will have a go. I mean, he's just a stand and deliver sort of player. He will have a go. No, that's the thing. We're in the 19th over, the penultimate over. Last delivery of the 19th over. Here is Joseph on his way to Kimo Paul. And Paul, very good shot. 4 runs down past deep square leg. Man trying to get around from deep square leg. On the deep square leg boundary. 4 runs, 157 for 6. 19 overs in the books. Very expensive fort over there from Alzari Joseph. He ends with figures of 3 wickets, 34 runs in his 4 overs. Alzari Joseph gave up about what? 14 runs off that over? I don't know. So now Shamar Springer will bowl the final over. 158 for 6. Here is Springer. Here is Springer on his way to Hassan Khan. And he's trying to sky this one. Drops in no man's land and it comes through for a single. 158 for 6. The slow bowling from Shamar Springer is definitely a problem for these batsmen. You have to generate your own power, your own pace to get this one away to the boundary. Singles and more singles so far in this 19 over. Very good bowling by Shamar Springer. Kimo Paul tried to dig this one out, but he cannot get it anywhere as it drops in no man land. And it's also through for a single. $160, 161 to be exact. Shamar Springer, very good bowling again. Hassan Khan and very good Yorker, Shamar. Very good Yorker, very good at the death bowling here by Shamar Springer. Misfeeling there from Jane Seals, and he quickly apologized to Shamar Springer. 165 seems to be it. Clearly, I was wrong on the 180. They won't even make 165 a box cover. Shamar Springer again, 4 runs from this last over. Very good bowling. The Jamaica Kingsmen bench don't look too enthused. Very good bowling again from Shamar Springer. No run, 1 delivery remaining. Oh, and Kimo Paul is run out. Hassan Khan wasn't paying attention. He tried to clear the line, following the delivery. Kimo Paul was all the way down, ended up being run out. Very good bowling from Shamar Springer. Very good bowling. I mean, I cannot say, I keep saying enough. Keep saying it over and over, but cannot emphasize it enough. I mean, Shamar Springer, 6 runs, 4 runs in the 20th over, 1 wicket running out of Kimo Paul, the dangerous man who was trying to get at the other end. Kimo Paul made 14 runs in 4 or 5 deliveries. Hassan Khan is not making a run. So 1 more delivery as Javier Royal is I would have read that. I didn't see him on the. I owe him. I didn't. So there must have been a late change or something because I did not see this name in. And Hassan is out. Caught. Is he? Yeah. No. 6 runs. 167. He picked that one up. 6 runs. And that's it. Very good shot from Hassan. 167. At the end of the 20th over there. All right, so 167 for 7. The Jamaica Kingsmen at the end of the 20th over. 20th over in their 20 overs. Let's run through the batting card. Cheyenne Jahangir, 13 runs, run out by Alzari Joseph. Risa Hendricks, 42 runs, bowl Usama Mir. Shaq Paris caught Hamilton, bowl Joseph, 1 run. Casey Carty caught Springer, bowl Seals, 8 runs. Rovman Powell, a valiant 47 runs, caught Seals, bowl Joseph. Dre Russ, no Dre Russ party tonight, caught Robinson, bowl Joseph for 8 runs. Hassan Khan ended with 4 runs. Kimo Paul run out for 16, and Javor Royal 6 runs. So Javor Royal, I did not have him in that starting lineup as looking at this, but I guess I make mistakes. Here is the bowling figures. Jaden Seals, 4 overs, 19 runs, 1 wicket. At an economy of 4.7 runs. Fabian Allen, 2 overs, 11 runs, no wicket. Kareem Gore, 1 over, 28 runs. Alzari Joseph, 4 overs, 34 runs, 3 wickets. The last over, that 4th over of the Alzari Joseph bowling figures went, pretty expensive. Usama Mir, the 4 overs, 17 runs, 1 wicket. Shamar Springer, very good 20th over, very good bowling at the death. 4 overs, 36 runs, no wicket. And Rakeem Cornwall, 1 over, 14 runs. All right, so the Jamaican Kingsmen, 167 for 7. Set the Antigua Barbuda Falcons 168 to win. Join me in a few minutes, maybe about 10 minutes or so, for the run chase. Hey, what's up? You went out? Did you drive up? You back? Everything good? Eh? Greetings, sports fans. Welcome to BCN Sports Watch Along of CPL Caribbean Premier League Match Day 1. I am Benton. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful Friday evening, Friday night, actually. Um, Saturday morning, whatever it is in your time of the world, wherever you're joining me. CPL action, Match Day 1. A very, very wonderful and a very excellent tribute to Sir Garfield Sobers, the late great general, the one who we stand on the shoulders, cricketers standing on the shoulders of Sir Garfield Sobers, who passed away. So at the intermission, there was a tribute to Sir Garfield Sobers. Now we're getting ready for the chase. Jamaica Kingsmen, first time at this tournament. Of course, there was other Jamaican teams. We don't call them names. All right, but first season, debut season for this franchise at the CPL. They're chasing. They made 167 in their allotment of 20 overs. Antigua Barbuda will require 168 to win. Raheem Cornwall and whatever there. Raheem Cornwall and Evan Lewis are the batsmen at the crease. And Javor Royal will start the bowling. 24 matches, 19 wickets for Mr. Royal in this format of the game. All right, so let's see how they go about it. Getting ready for the chase. Again, you need 168 to win. Let's make this quick, man. Let's make this quick. Here is Royal spin bowling, and we have a stopping play. Royal to Evan Lewis will face. Here's Royal to Lewis. In bowls to Lewis, and a huge appeal. Lewis looking to clear the ropes on the first delivery, smacked on the pads. That's a wild first shot there from Lewis. Robman Powell is asking the question, and he decides to send it up for review. So Robman Powell decides to send it up for review. First delivered by Royal. Evan Lewis looking to clear the ropes. Going over deep square leg boundary. Totally mishit. Hit straight in the... I don't know if... Fair delivery by Mr. Royal. What in the world is Evan Lewis doing? And he's got bat on it. I think he's got a bit of bat on it. Yeah, I think there's bat involved. But it also seems like he may have been drifting down the leg side. Or did he? No, he didn't get any bat on it. I thought there was a bit of bat on. All right, review still taking place. Pitch outside the line. Man, I'm just waste. Umpire, TV umpire Leslie Reefer. That pitch outside the line. Maybe Ravman Paul just wasted a review. Here is Royal into Lewis. Lewis then plays that one off the leg side and looking for a single. Where's Raheem Cornwall running to? He has to be turned back. The ball was dropped off the short leg. And he was turned back by Evan Lewis. Where is he going? Strange start here. The ball dropped behind short leg. Square leg came in. Here is Royal on his way into bowls to Lewis. Left-handed Lewis, and Lewis pops this one up. And wicket keeper, is that... Wait, what one? Did that one touch the glove? It ballooned up in the air and then fell over the wicketkeeper. Still no run. Okay, no. Here is Royal on his way into bowl to Lewis. And Lewis tries to play that one back to Royal, but then it ended up hitting it on his pad. And it ricochet into extra cover. No run. Into short leg. Here's Lewis, and he finally picks one up. 6 runs. He says, I got one finally. 6 runs. And the Antigua Barbuda Falcons have taken flight. Yep. Royal drifting down the leg side on that one and sat up well in the hitting zone for Lewis. 6 runs. Way over that deep square leg boundary. Had a good start. Royal had a good start. Here is Royal. Where is this brother? Where is this youth from? Javor Royal. Which part did he come from? And Lewis plays that one to deep extra cover and no run. There won't be a lot of. There's not gonna be a lot of sprinting between these two batsmen to get runs because we have Rakeem Cornwall here. Let's look at this Jamaican team. So, okay. So Royal is part of the. Yeah, okay. All right. Where is Royal from? Yep, he's Jamaican. Left on. All right. Good to clear that up. All right, let's see who's going to get the ball. And Andre Russell will bowl from the other end. Here is Dre Russ. 117 matches, 99 wickets in this format. That's all. Russell will face Cornwall. Here is Russell on his way to bowls to Cornwall. He's up in bowls to Cornwall. And Cornwall hits that one straight back over J. Russ. Running around is Kimopol, is Harris. He should have caught it. Very good attempt though. And they came back for a second. Cornwall got through for a second. So drama here. Rakeem Cornwall stands and sends it right back over J. Russ. And I mean, that is the first delivery, you know. No man now watch. Yeah, I mean, very good try by Shaq Paris. I think he seems like he paused there. He was trying to read if the ball was going because the wind is swirling, moving the ball around. Here is Jay Russ on his way to Cornwall. And Cornwall smashed this one. Very good field there by Hassan. Or is it Hussan? Hunin Shaw. And Cornwall is calling for the change of glove already. Yeah, my youth, the game just started. You just come out, man. So it's change of glove. A change of gloves for Cornwall. He just came out. The chase just started. And Laws got his right arm wrapped. Here is Jay Russ on his way into bowls to Cornwall. Up bowls to Cornwall. Very good delivery there from Cornwall. Russ cut it into Cornwall. He plays it on the leg side, and it's picked up by square leg or mid wicket picks it up. We have some fans here at the FIFA World Cup. Brazil shirt wearers, maybe a couple, I don't know. Here is Jay Russ back to his mark on his way into bowls to Rakeem Cornwall. Up in bowls to Cornwall, and Cornwall lifts that one. Beautiful shot for 6 runs. Bat and power play. The Falcons are going in. Or nope. One bounce into the boundary, 4 runs. As the Carib young ladies continue to work. Working hard, those Carib young ladies. Yep, looking at the replay, that one fell right inside the boundary rope. Actually hit exactly on the boundary rope. All right, Jay Ross again. So Antigua Barbuda Falcons up to 12 without loss. Here is Jay Ross. Andre Russell. Lewis is on 6 from 4 deliveries. Cornwall is on 6 from. Lewis is on 6 from 6 deliveries. Here Russell on the way to Cornwall, and he's trying to flick it. It's outside, and it's through to the wicket keeper. Smash the like button, people. Subscribe to the channel, BCN Sport. This is the first of many watch alongs coming up for BCN Sports of BCN Sports coverage of the Caribbean Premier League. So and Jerry Russ with a bounce, and so we have a wide. Yeah, Jerry Russ can't bowl bounce to them money. If the ball will go over it, surely. No. Ravman Powell is. So 13 runs from 2 overs for Antigua Barbuda Falcons. Lewis is on 6. Evan Lewis is on 6. And Raheem Cornwall also on 6. There will be no sort of hanging around from these two batsmen. It's either stand and deliver. So this is either going to be a quick chase or they're going to get bowled out. 168 to win. The batting card for Antigua Barbuda Falcons looks like, so let's look at the batting card. Tim Robinson might come in next. You have Karima Gore, Jamar Hamilton, Tanjir Singh also. All right, so Kemo Paul is going to be getting into the attack. Paul going through his run up a bit. 82 matches, 48 wickets for Kemo Paul in this CPL career. So what I read earlier for Jay Russ was his CPL career. Here is Kemo Paul on his way to Evan Lewis. Paul into Lewis, and Lewis bowl him. A Yorker right through his BBC, cleaned him up. Walking back is Evan Lewis. What a delivery. Or is it just horrible batting? Evan Lewis is and we're taking a look here. Potential no ball. Something needs to be behind the line. Seems like it is. Seems like the heel is slightly behind the line. Very good delivery. And Evan Lewis playing the wrong shot to that. Ball between the bat and pad. Come on. One back. Bye-bye. So Evan Lewis' day is done. And I said it a few minutes ago. I said there's not going to be a lot of hanging around from the spear. Raheem Cornwall and Evan Lewis. It's either A, they're going to hit ball, a.k.a. they're going to hit, accelerate, hit the boundaries. There's not a lot of building or construction of innings from these two, especially at this stage of their career. I mean, Evan Lewis used to do something like this back in the day, but not so much. I guess both of them used to do that. Tim Robinson is the new batsman in. CPL career, 5 innings, 86 runs. Oh, well, that's not. Very good delivery by that inside Yorker. Ball cut back in. Very good delivery. Oh, leg stump. That sweet sound. Bloop. Here is Kimo Paul on his way to the new man, Tim Robinson, and Paul now also. There's something. So he has to stop his run up. I don't know what's going on with Kimo Paul there. I think this is the second time, so now. Here is Kimo Paul. Let's do it again. He's on his way into bowls to Robinson, and Robinson smacked that one. But there's a fielder down on the third man boundary, and they come through for a single. Cheyenne picks it up and gets the return, and then so score moves to 14-1. Now Cornwall will face. Wonder if Kimo Paul can repeat what just happened with Evan Lewis. Here is Paul and hold to Cornwall, and it's wide going down the leg side. And Cornwall did have a go, and that moves the score to 13-1. Score now moves to 15-1. After that wide. Yo, he just bowled 2 balls already, and over. It looked like Kimo Paul been running up for more than 2 deliveries. Here is Paul on his way to Cornwall. And Cornwall edged that one off the top edge, and it's down to the boundary for 4. 19-1. And it's similar to as mentioned before with Evan Lewis. Similar type batsman. They are gonna attack. Evan Lewis, an attacking batsman. He's no longer there. Both Lewis and Cornwall, attacking batsmen. Cornwall is doing the same thing. Now pitches up and he's out. No, wait, nope. He's caught behind by Cheyenne, but no review. Umpire not giving out. Robman Powell debating whether to take the review or not. He's already wasted a review. It's off his shoulder. Kimo is convinced, but Robman Powell said no. Let's see it again. Yeah, it's off his shoulder. Another good captaincy. Good captain. Yep, that's off his shoulder. Here is Paul on his way to the big man, Cornwall. Rakeem Cornwall. Yeah, Kimo on his way to Rakeem. And he tried the Yorker. Rakeem tried to smack it back past the bowler, but Royal is quickly over to cut it off. No runs. Good feeling from Javor Royal. Giavor Royal there. Score remains 19-1. Cornwall is on 10 from 9 deliveries. Robinson is on 1 from 1 delivery. Here is the final delivery. Could be. And that Yorker, very good Yorker from Kimo Paul, dug out by Rakeem Cornwall. Raheem Cornwall said, I am not Evan Lewis. You cannot yark me, brethren. Finally, we have the end of the third over. I'm getting a message. Yo, I have some. Okay. Here is Hassan Khan into the bowling. Khan into Robinson, plays it back. Very good delivery there, but Robinson was able to dig it out, and they come through for a single as the down to square leg, and they pick up one. Score goes to 20 for 1. I am trying to finish something here. Here is Hassan into Cornwall, and Cornwall looking to smack it, but point. Fielder at point is able to pick it up pretty quickly there. No run for the Kingsmen, and that's Casey Carty fielding that point. Here is Raheem Cornwall. Next, very good shot from Cornwall. Up over. Was that 6 or 4? Yep. Beautiful shot there from Raheem. Holding his pose. Picked up the line very early, inside out. 6 runs. Cornwall moves to 17 from 13 delivers. Here's Hassan into Cornwall. He tries it again. It's over the fielder. But there's a man deep at mid-on, and it's dropped short. Cornwall through for 1. 27 for 1. Here is Hassan into Robinson. Robinson looking a bit antsy there. Pulled it through, and it's through for a single. I'm seeing the replay of the Raheem Cornwall inside out shot. Here is Hassan to Cornwall, and Cornwall looking to smash this one on the leg side, and it's didn't go anywhere, and it's easily picked up. And end of over number 4. New bowler in Hunan. It's Hunan. Yeah, I'd have to pronounce. Shaw. Let's go with Shaw. Hunain? Shaw on his way. Hunain Shaw on his way into Bolter Robinson. Robinson. It seems like Robinson was struggling. And Kimo Paul picks this one up on the boundary. It seems like Robinson was struggling with spin. 29 for 1. Yeah, my youth, in a hurry up, man. I'm getting a bit late here. Getting a bit tired. Here is Shaw on his way into bowl to Cornwall. and that one is outside. Cheyenne is asking for appeal, but umpire said so wide. 30 for 1. I mean, it's important that Cornwall or whoever, Tim Robinson, who replaced Evan Lewis, have a go. Because, you're in the batting power play, 3 fielders outside the circle. So you miscue a ball, more than likely hopefully drop away from those fielders that are inside the circle. So here is Shaw on his way to Cornwall. And Cornwall picks this one up, 6 runs. No man move, no one to get hurt. Yo. And Cornwall is asking for gloves again. How did Bucks go? Yo, out of money, man. Cornwall moves to 23. But he's asking for too many gloves. And that one was over deep square leg boundary, 6 runs. Shaw again. Back to his mark, 36 for 1. On his way to bowl to Cornwall. Here is Shaw. Up. Bowls to Cornwall. Cornwall smacks as one and Pint came up Paul at point smothers and fields. No run for Rakim and company. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna call it for the rest of this chase. Yeah, probably gonna call it for this after this over. I'm getting a bit tired for this one. All right, that's it. I gotta call it. People, big up on yourself. Thanks for jumping on the live. Let me see. Wait. Sim can tough it out. Feel look a bit. 167, 168 to win, 36 for 1. Cornwall is on 23. Here's Shaw. On his way to bowl to Cornwall. Shaw up, bowls, and Cornwall stepping away. They're trying to cramp him for space. And it's through to wicketkeeper Ja Anger. No run. Still 36 for 1. So Shaw is trying to really limit the batting zone, the ball in the batting zone for Cornwall. Here is Shaw on his way to bowl to Cornwall, and he very good Yorker dug up by Cornwall. All right, people, that's it for me for T20 cricket, CPL cricket for this Friday evening. I have to go. I have to log off. Got a call. I have somebody PH me. Jamaican audience. All right, so it's 168 to win, 36 for 1. Kemo Paul bowled. Evan Lewis, who made 6. Rakim Cornwall is on 19. Tim Robinson is on 4. The bowling figures for Jamaica Kingsmen, Javor Royal, 1 over. Pretty good over. 6 runs. Andre Russell now in his second over. He did go for 11 runs in that first over. Kemo Paul, 1 over, 6 runs, 1 wicket. Hassan Khan, 1 over, 9 runs. And Unen Shaw, I think it's Unen Shaw, 1 run, 8 wicket. Jay Russ is back into the attack. All right, people, more CPL action coming up, so we have to burn out myself on the first game. Tonight is opening day. It's opening game, match day 1. There are 39 games. So we have BCN Sports will have coverage of many more of these games. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Again, just a quick watch along. Been on here since 7 o'clock. Have to go handle some business. All right, family. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Sunday again. I'll jump on for another